If you gotta try one thing, just start with a high dose. Hello everyone, it's Ngozi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a part 3 of a highly requested video, my most watched video on this channel, how to cure your dry itchy scalp. If you're interested or you've been experiencing this problem, you know anyone experiencing this problem, you want to watch on their behalf to get them some pointers, some help, make sure you watch this video, like it, and let's get into it. All right, so about 3 years ago, one of my first videos, my currently most watched video that I made on a whim, was just dealing with this for a few years and wanted to share it on my channel that wasn't monetized, didn't really have a lot of subscribers, how I cure my dry itchy scalp. When I tell you all, I would have never imagined the amount of feedback and comments I still get on that video to this day. I'll be just going through my day sometimes, maybe not having the best day, and I'll get a comment like, oh, I watched this video. I don't ever comment on videos. I tried it and within 3 days, my issue was gone and my whole day is made. If you're not someone who struggled with this dry, itchy scalp, you really won't understand it. But where I was in 2021, I made this video. 2020, I was experiencing this. I think it's like in 2019, after a large amount of weight gain, my insides, a lot of things were not working the same. And one of the things I really struggled with was the scalp issue. When I mean excessive flaking, at a point I thought it was dandruff, tried all the shampoos, T-gel, ketoconazole, nothing worked. Then I was told it was psoriasis. Tried stuff for that, didn't work. Then finally I got, I think, what is the most accurate diagnosis or closer to an accurate diagnosis, seborrheic dermatitis. Tried so many shampoos, black soap, this one, tar, nothing worked. And at that point I was like, these stuff are not working. Let me get to the root, because a lot of the issues we experience are a result of inflammation. They're a result of disease in the body, something being broken down, something not working properly, and it manifests externally, right? But it's usually an inside problem. So I was trying to fix an inside problem with all these external things and I wasn't getting the results. So I stumbled upon a video by Dr. Berg. If you haven't heard of Dr. Berg before, I'll link the video I watched years ago down below and my other videos related to this topic. And he talked about curing itchy scalp and talked about, some things to do, to try. And I tried it, made up my own version, and I've been good to this day. We're humans and we're constantly evolving. So sometimes I have to make adjustments, I have to change things. I've made like updates from my previous videos. There's some things I don't use anymore. So I just wanted to make a refresher, a more up-to-date version of the things I use to cure my dry, itchy scalp. So the number one ingredient involved in this, there's two main ingredients, two main things for this itchy scalp. Before I get into this, I suggest everyone who is considering getting on any type of supplementation or considering starting any of these things I'm going to mention to consult with a healthcare professional before starting. Get your labs done. It doesn't hurt, make sure you're good, because all these things are OTC for the most part and there's not a lot of regulation. So it's nice to see a video and get some advice, but you still want to make sure that you're taking things that are in the right dosage, that's, you don't have any conditions, things that can impact your results, or just reasons why certain people shouldn't be taking these vitamins I'm mentioning. So make sure you always consult with a healthcare professional. But I'm going to start with the star of the show, vitamin D3 and K2. This is the one I use, Sports Research. I'm thinking you all should see Sports Research are going to sponsor me. I really like their vitamins. They have like a coconut oil base. They're vegan, certified, non-GMO, gluten-free, GMP compliant. So I really like that their vitamins are clean. It's also made with MCT oil, right? Coconut oil, MCT oil. So that's good for anyone. People know like keto and all that stuff. MCT is a big thing there. So this one is a combo. When I first started taking it, I was taking them individually. I was using different stuff, but it's always good to just try and take as little supplements as possible. So I love how they have this combo, which is 5,000 IU of vitamin D3 and 100 micrograms of vitamin K2 as MK7. This is important because there's other types of K2. I can't remember, is it MK5 or something? You want the MK7. And it's something about this combination, y'all. Once I started taking the high dose of vitamin D with this K2, game changer. Most people have low vitamin D, especially African American people, people with darker skin. We tend to have low vitamin D. And to be honest, vitamin D is probably the most important supplement anyone should be taking. It is a game changer. It helps with inflammation. It helps with like bone growth, all these things. So many issues that we have are related to low vitamin D. So that's why I said, do your blood work, know what your vitamin D is. Is it subtherapeutic? Is it therapeutic? There's a range. At a point I have vitamin D that was like 9 nanograms, very low. The range is somewhere between, yeah, they have a wide range for optimal. Some places say, 30 nanograms per milliliter and higher, which is still on the lower side for me. High levels is like 61 and over, and toxic is usually 100 nanograms per milliliter high, which is very hard to get to, but you still want to make sure you know where you're starting from so you know how to dose this. So I take 1 per day of this combination pill, and this has been a game changer for real, for real. Don't play with this. If there's one thing you got to get, is that D3 with K2. I also take fish oil. Fish oil is also a supplement I would recommend everyone to take unless you have some condition that stops you from it. And this is the sports research. Fish oil is 1250 milligrams. It's a game changer. It even helps me with cramps. If I'm cramping, like menstrual cramping, I take a fish oil. My cramps, I literally just did that right now an hour ago. Cramps are gone. Like, it helps with my sleep. It helps with so many things. I used to have left knee pain from landing on it incorrectly. I was wearing a brace. I was doing nothing was working. When I started taking fish oil, high quality fish oil every day, knee pain is gone. Like, don't play. Get yourself your fish oil. Fish oil is a great supplement I believe everyone should be taking, especially if you have issues with inflammation, which is that dry, itchy scalp usually is a result of inflammation. So make sure you take omega-3 fish oil. This is triple strength, so you may not need it as high. That's why I always say check everything just to make sure before you start any supplement. Also take a multivitamin. I know this is a lot, but I take a daily multivitamin, and I just think that it's helpful because so many vitamins and nutrients that we don't get from food, even if you eat a very clean diet, it's just very hard to absorb it. So I take, oh, this is supposed to be 2. I've just been taking 1. I take this multivitamin that has vitamin A, C, E, thiamine, riboflavin, the B vitamins, choline, zinc, iodine, manganese, copper. Yes, this is a good vitamin. So I take this. This is a good one to take. But you can get a multivitamin almost anywhere. I take magnesium every day, magnesium glycinate. There's magnesium citrate and magnesium oxide. Oxide usually used like to clean you out. A lot of those detox stuff have magnesium oxide. Citrate is I prefer glycinate. It's the form that is usually recommended. I take 1 pill a day, 125 milligrams. This helps with sleep, everything. And like I said, this may not be specific to just hair, but like I said, usually the hair issues are a result of inflammation. So you want to combat inflammation with the right supplements. So something new that I've been taking recently that I think has also helped with my itchy scalp is a probiotic. This is a woman's formula, Solare, that I got from Whole Foods. I take it just 2-3 times a week because it's really high. And when I take it every day, it upsets my stomach a bit. This is really important because probiotics, prebiotics, polyphenols, they all help with gut health. And a lot of our bacteria, 90% of the bacteria in our bodies is in our guts. So a lot of the inflammation, the leaky gut, things that people experience from the food, alcohol, all those things, it's a gut issue. A lot of the inflammation we experience starts in our stomachs. So it's really important to make sure everything is good down there. You have really good gut health. That also impacts how your health presents externally, from your scalp to your body to all these things. I've been on and off of probiotics, to be honest. I think part of it is it having to be stored in the fridge throws me off a bit, but I just started incorporating back into my diet, into my supplementation a few months ago, and I've seen a big difference with taking probiotics. So I definitely would recommend taking those. I would say is like the new thing in my regimen. Also, this clobetasol propionate topical solution, 0.05%. This is scalp application. So if y'all been rocking with me, I've had this in my list of products for maybe about 2-3 years now, and it was really helpful at a point. To be honest, I was supplementing, but especially during the colder months, I'm in Texas, but still January and February are still cold. I was noticing a lot of buildup on my scalp. So to me, this is like the last stop, right? This is when you're supplementing, you're drinking your water, you're eating well, you're trying to minimize stress, and you still are having a lot of stuff on your scalp. This helps. This literally will like stop the itching like in 24 hours. I haven't even used it this year yet. This is from last year. It actually expires in May. I haven't used it this year yet. Just to show you how the other stuff have been working so well that I haven't had a reason to use this. But let's say maybe you have like braids in, or you have cornrows in, you know what I mean? Stuff that are already aggravating and pulling at your scalp. Something like this needs to be a part of you gotta have it in your stash, because like the shampoos I mentioned before, those are antifungals, those don't work for me. At a certain point when it's so bad to the point that you're scratching and your scalp is like bleeding, you need a steroid. And the creams could be, it's a little weird putting creams or ointments on your hair. The shampoos may not be as helpful. You know, a lot of people with that type of hair don't wash it as often as like some others. This topical solution is really helpful when you just need to just put it on your scalp, shake it up, and get rid of, put it on your scalp and the itching just stops. Yeah, for the most part, my regimen has stayed the same from the beginning. I took out sulfur 8 years ago. I mentioned that in my previous video. I don't use that anymore. I don't oil my scalp. I don't put any creams, oil still on my scalp. That exacerbates it. My scalp starts itching like crazy. I don't put nothing on my scalp. People think because your hair is itchy, it's dry, that you need to put stuff on your scalp. No. If you're someone that's struggling with this itchy scalp issue, putting stuff on your scalp just makes it worse. So I still don't do any of that type of stuff. But I honestly have been good. Like, I wash my hair now just because it needs to be washed and it's like dirty, not because like, oh, my scalp is on fire. I haven't had my scalp bleeding in like years. It used to be bad, y'all. Like, when I say 2019, 2020, before I started this high dose D3 and MK7, K2, it was a horror. It was so bad. I see my comments how people are like, yeah, I'm itching my scalp till it's bleeding. I know that feeling. I know what it means to literally be itching your scalp. You just washed it yesterday, 2 days ago, and it's itching like crazy. It's not about your hair being dirty. No, you can wash your hair every day and still experience this. It's an internal issue. It's as a result of inflammation and usually leaky gut, something in your body being off and it manifesting externally. So if you are struggling with, psoriasis, dandruff, seborrheic dermatitis, aka all the itchy scalp, because they all come under the umbrella of itchy scalp. There's a lot of mixed diagnoses. I've been there. I've been diagnosed with all of them at different points of my journey until I started this supplementation. If you gotta try one thing, just start with a high dose vitamin D and K2. I'll link everything down below, try and get you guys an affiliate link. I don't want to make any claims. Like I said, make sure you consult with your doctor, but a lot of these health issues can be resolved with just supplementing with that vitamin D. Our vitamin D levels are too low, and a lot of the issues are a result of low vitamin D. I hope you found this video helpful, informative. For anyone struggling with this itchy scalp situation, let me know how it goes once you start. Was this helpful? Do you use any of these products already? How did your body respond to them? And let me know if you would like me to make a video that's more specific or speaking about any other like health or wellness issue you may be experiencing that I might also have experience in. Let's talk below in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.